Let's see what happens during cross-linking. Let's have a look at the cornea microstructural changes during cross-linking by means of confocal microscopy. We know that there are many indications for cross-linking. In order to get rid of any bias, we're only focusing on keratoconus. This is an accelerated cross-linking. Even if there is no more doubt about the efficacy of cross-linking in reducing keratoconus, we do not know what are the microstructural changes that happen in the cornea. That is why we wanted to understand what happens in the cornea during and immediately after accelerated cross-linking with riboflavin. We have 25 eyes. Patients are relatively young. Keratoconus stage 1 and 2, good pachymetry and good visual acuity. We examined them at slit lamp and IOP before 3 days, 7 days, 1 month, and 3 months after treatment. As far as corneal topography and visual acuity are concerned, only at 1 month and 3 months were made. What happens during cross-linking? We have accelerated cross-linking, so 15 minutes soaking with ribolysin 1% solution, 9 minutes UV radiation, and patients undergo many exams. Confocal microscopy before accelerated cross-linking, after desepithelialization, after soaking, after corneal UV radiation, and 3 days, 1 week, and 1 month after cross-linking. What happens? We wanted to check for the apoptosis of keratocytes. It is that demarcation line that we all look for at the OCT to see how much what's the extent of the cornea that has cross-linked. Keratocytes died in the 50 microns immediately after desepithelialization, only because of the epithelialization. There is no difference in the soaking part, but there is twice as many keratocytes that die immediately after UVA radiation. This keratocyte death increases over time, 3 days, 1 week, then and 1 month, 250 to 160 microns. That's a level that will stay stable over time. This is the statistical analysis. These are the results. We have keratocyte apoptosis that is statistically significant right from desepithelialization and from UVA radiation. And at 1 month, this shows the progression of keratocytes apoptosis and increase in the depth of cross-linked stroma in the month that follows treatment. We also wanted to see whether it is possible to measure the depth of riboflavin soaking. At confocal microscopy, we have stromal hyperreflectivity that shows that stroma is soaked with riboflavin, and in our sample, riboflavin soaks the first 50 microns of stroma and doesn't get beyond that. At confocal microscopy, immediately after treatment, we see the needle-like structures that we often observe at the slit lamp. These are signs of effective cross-linking. Normally, these needle-like structure, needle-shaped structures, we do not know exactly what they are. Mazzotta hypothesizes there is a new deposition of collagen stria. In our experience, looking at the image, we never find keratocytes around these branches. these spikes. For us, it is not a new deposition of collagen fibers, but it is a remodeling of the pre-existing collagen fibers. And we also observe this honeycomb stromal lacunar edema. This lacunar edema due to the death of the keratocytes that leave these spaces in the stroma. They are visible in all the patients, in 43% of the patients actually, and they are the reason for that slight subepithelial haze that is considered as a temporary complication of cross-linking, and this is an example. And this is what we can see at confocal microscopy after cross-linking, the epithelium and these needle-shaped foams, and then lacunar edema up to deep stroma. You see there is no inflammation and endothelium is clear. This is a topography. I'm not going to show it because it's not that interesting. So we observed that the death of the keratinocytes after impregnation with riboflavin explains why cornea gets rigid. It happens after desepithelialization in the first 50 microns, and immediately after UVA irradiation, there are 100 microns, and then it gets twice as much after a month after treatment. It is possible. Is it possible? Well, it is possible to document riboflavin soaking in confocal microscopy because we have stroma hyperreflectivity. Keratocytes apoptosis is fast in the first 3 days and then deepens gradually. So corneal microstructures change happen in the first month after cross-linking, and they stop there. Thank you.